Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I shall be talking about introduction to the law of contract according to Professor Sagay. So according to Professor Sagay, contract is an agreement between two or more parties which is intended to create legal obligations and is enforceable in law. Looking at that definition, there are three fundamental elements of it. Number one is agreement, and number two is obligations, and number three enforceability, enforceable. These three elements make up a valid contract, right? Now let's talk about agreement. What is agreement? In law of contract, agreement simply means consensus addendum. It means that parties are in agreement. Parties are in alignment, right? It means meeting of the mind. Agreement is a combination of offer and acceptance. When party A offers, party B accepts, they have come to consensus addendum, and that makes up or lays the foundation of a valid contract, right? And then number two element there is obligations. Now, obligation is the essence of every legal agreement. That is the essence of every legal agreement. Obligation refers to the terms of the contract agreed on. The terms of the contract agreed on. What to do and what not to do in this contract. That is what creates an obligation in a valid contract. For example, in a tenancy agreement where the lessor makes a covenant binding him and the lessee, the lessee agreeing to play by the terms stated by the lessor, those terms now creates an obligation which binds the lessor and the lessee. If any of the party breach or breaches the covenant as it is stated, that party has breached an obligation and will be liable for it, right? So let's move on to enforceability or enforcement. Now, every contract must be legally enforceable, right? That is what makes it a contract. Now, takes us back to agreements. Not all agreements are contracts. Not all agreements are contracts, right? For example, in a domestic arrangement, an arrangement between family members, spouses, between siblings, right? Let's take, for example, an agreement between husband and wife, right? Honey, I will wash plate today, tomorrow you do dishes. That kind of arrangement does not have any valid element of a contract. So it is purely domestic and it cannot be enforced. It is not enforceable, right? However, a domestic agreement, mind you, will be enforceable. Remember, we are lawyers, right? To every rule of law, there is an exception. So an exception to this is that we are in a domestic arrangement. The terms of the contract are stipulated, right? And terms of the contract have been stipulated, and there is, of course, that creates an intention to create legal relation, and there is exchange of consideration, right? The contract can be enforceable, right? But where these elements are lacking, it cannot be enforceable. Also, in a domestic arrangement, in an arrangement where um, between friends, acquaintances, right? If I have a friend, A is my friend, I am B, and me, B, asks A on a date, and we fix a time and a venue. If A breaches the contract, the agreement rather, if A breaches the agreement, it is not enforceable because it is a mere social agreement. In fact, it is even a general notion in law that social agreements are not enforceable. So in my next video, I am going to talk about the valid elements of a contract, elements that makes up a valid contract. I will talk about it. They are offer, acceptance, consideration, capacity, and intention to create legal relations. I will talk about these terms extensively. Please subscribe to my channel, like and hit the notification bell so that anytime I release a video, you get to know about it. Thank you very much for watching.